Well, hi there, racing fans, and welcome to another edition of Winning Ways, where we close down the KwaZulu-Natal season. We've got one big one to go. That's at Clearwood, the Asian Young Guns, next Saturday, and it will be the close of Clearwood. Will be a very sad day, but Asian Young Guns should be fun. But with me, the winningest trainer on
the winningest.
Yeah. See, you know, the Americans love saying winningest.
Yeah, the winningest.
Wonderful having you here, because
Yeah.
I actually didn't think you'd make it, because we're recording, recording Sunday morning.
My throat hasn't made it,
Yeah.
but no, wonderful day. One of those days you dream of it. It went according to plan for once. So, excuse me, really excellent day. But just talking about that Young Guns, that final Clearwood meeting.
Yeah.
Ivan Pickering's coming up. He's coming up for a couple of days. And Ivan Pickering, if you remember, trained there for years, rode there for years for the Passmores, and it's wonderful he's coming up for the final day. So it'd be good to spend a few days with Ivan Pickering, who I worked for.
Yeah, yeah, that was the beginning of your career, wasn't
That's
it?
right, with Ivan Pickering, yeah.
He must be proud of you.
I'm proud of him. Yeah.
Let's go and have a look at our three to follow. Well, talking about Bloodstock South Africa, the big 2-year-old sales coming up 13th, 14th and 15th of August in Johannesburg. Do not miss it. It's going to be a wow. And we'll tell you why, because we've got a couple of horses in our show today that have come off that sale. But let's go and have a look at the first one of our three to follow. We're going to Greyville last Wednesday on the poly track. Sheikh Hamdan, Mike de Kock stepped out. Quite a nice horse.
Yeah, the horse we found here is called Cassiano, and it's ridden by Muzi Yeni for Michael de Kock, and it's on the poly track. As you can see, the poly's really starting to warm up. People are starting to get a bit of form on it. Jumps beautifully here with the noseband and allows a couple to lead it. I know Brachetto, I think, goes up to the lead, and Wrap-Up's up there as well. And he gets it in a perfect position, James.
Yeah, absolutely perfectly placed. The interesting part will come later on. 11 Point, the winner on the outside in the Bitov's colours, is I think a very, very nice horse. I think he's a Fort Wood, and he won cozily, but maybe not as cozily as he should have won at the end of the day. When you see him, he moves up on the outside. Muzieni goes down the inside of the leader. Quite interesting to watch what happens.
Yeah, I think this is a very nice horse. I was speaking to Frank about it. He said he really likes this horse, and it wins a very good race. There's a lot to come. That's your winner in the green, but the horse we found is in Sheikh Hamdan's colours, the blue and white. And here at the stretch, you suddenly realize it's going to be the front three are going to sort this out. Which one's going to win?
Well, Muzi goes up the inside, and he's got a stick in his right hand at the moment, and he's lugging out this horse. Now he pulls the stick into the left hand, and the horse starts improving. Here he goes, left-handed. Now it starts running. Now how does he change his stick over? The horse is going beautifully there, loses all momentum, and you know, that's the chance it had of maybe winning the race. But I don't know they would have won anyway.
Yeah.
But that's quite interesting.
It's a very interesting
to watch.
point. When you watch that, I don't know why he changed. Maybe he felt the horse was pulling away from him. But I agree with you. You notice when he's going past the third horse, and he's drawing away from it, he changes his stick, and in that momentum, the third horse comes back at him too.
Yeah. Marcus is going flat out on the third horse. Let's go and have a look at the next one. We go to the Vaal Thursday. A couple of nice horses stepped out at the Vaal, and we're going to go to race 2 first, where Michael Azzi for the Wallaces stepped out a very nice filly, and she won very convincingly. Let's go and pick him up at the start.
Yeah, she's highlighted here for you with the yellow flag. She's a little tardy, to say the least. She actually stands in the gate. They're gone. The money had come for Michael de Kock's horse, El Shadir, I think it is. And this horse, you can see it now. It's on the outside, funny enough. And
it's actually not. It's in the middle of the track. Right in the middle of the track. They're very similar colours, but it's right behind Mike de Kock's Sheikh Hamdan's horse in the middle, behind the horse with the light blue.
That's right.
And it wins a really good race, this filly does. I think she's very useful because, as you say, El Shadir, strongly fancied.
Yeah, El Shadir is out in front and looks, for all intents and purposes, horse to beat. In behind, in the red cap, just look at the red cap. That is the horse we're looking for, Michael Azzi's horse. And here I thought, well, El Shadir is going to shake off these front two. They both come under a ride, and El Shadir starts shaking them off. But have a look at this horse here. Riverine Forest goes towards the inside.
It absolutely canters in. Now, it's quite interesting. This is quite a well-bred filly, this Riverine Forest. She's by Ashawi. She's bred by the Armitages. And she was a 100,000 Rand national 2-year-old sales candidate. The national 2-year-old sale comes up in 3 weeks' time. This costs 100 grand on the national 2-year-old sales. You'd like to buy one like this. Well done to Mike.
James,
Lassie.
wasn't it a quick time too?
Very quick time. Fastest time on the day. And the way it won was really convincing. I think the second horse will probably win next time out. But certainly looked like one worth following. The next one we pick up is the third race actually at the Vaal, a much slower time this was. And this was a right approach colt Oreo. He cost 240,000 at the ready-to-run sale, this horse. It was bred by Wilger Bosdrift and obviously bought back by the farm to race with the partners, McVeigh and Gary Grant and all the team. Nice race because he completely lost it at the start.
Yeah, Oreo again doesn't come out, highlighted by the yellow flag. Have a look. This is Oreo running in Mary's colours, and it really, apart from one horse, is worse there. Throws the gate and gets chased along to get into the race. Francois Herald's riding it, and the eventual winner's on the outside, James Farfie.
Yeah, Farfie's in Oppenheimer colours. In fact, Jessica Slack's colours, Maritzfontein, on the outside. It had 3 runs, Farfie. It had run third twice. So it's got form and ability. And Oreo was chased up to be with him. Then he found his stride. Now he's off the bit again. And he's got nice action, this horse. I think that he's quite a nice little horse. He doesn't look that big, but should be able to win his next start.
Yeah, here at this stage I thought, well, he's going to come through and win it. Francis, I asked him to do quite a bit. Bear in mind, after a tardy start, he's been chased up. Now he's hard at work, but on the outside, we've got Mr. Marwing going hell for leather on Farfie. This is a good debut by Oreo.
Yes, as I say, Farfie, Ormond Ferraris, he knows what he's doing, and this was cherry ripe. Oreo showed a lot of guts and resilience, and having been, I've got a saying, slow rushed faded.
Yeah.
And he didn't fade that badly. So, you know, when you're slow rushed and you don't fade that badly, be careful because those horses are okay. It was an old expression of ours in Johannesburg that we used to use, slow rush faded.
Slow rush faded. Okie dokie, James, we've got your analogies out of the way. Let's move on to our next segment.
Okay, can we go and have a look at Blast from the Past? Well, Blast from the Past, we normally show something that we think is an epic moment in racing in South Africa or on the world stage. And this week we thought it would be a bit different because this is an epic moment or a couple of epic moments. Beach Beauty retired. And unfortunately, we haven't got footage because this program's been put together on Sunday morning. But there was fantastic atmosphere when she was paraded and
looked like she was going to race.
She was saying, I'll go and beat this lot.
Yeah,
she
I'll take this lot on.
Those horses can't beat me.
Nice, the number 17 saddlecloth, the number of wins she had. Really fantastic to see her come out. And Sean Cormack in the silks, and I think the Shanks Syndicate were there, Dennis and Jill and Stewie, and coming back into the winner's box. A wonderful moment to pay our respects to a champion filly.
Well, we're going to pay our respects here on Winning Ways. We're going to show you, firstly, the Drill Hall Stakes that she won in an absolute canter.
The leader, Cape Town Noir's along the inside. There's not much between Beach Beauty and Cape Town Noir. Half length between the two of them. Then Silvano's Jet, followed by No Worries. Then comes Rio Carnival, Jet Explorer. And Jet Explorer is giving them about 15 lengths start. They're really starting to stretch out. In the independent on Saturday, Drill All Stakes. And it's distinguished by 5 lengths. In second, Royal Zulu Warrior. Then here comes Billy. Behind that, Lake Arthur. Beach Beauty, Cape Cape Town Noir, neck between the two of them, 8 lengths off the leader at the top of the stretch. Down the inside, No Worries. Coming to the 300, Distinguished Royal Zulu Warrior. And Beach Beauty starts to warm up. Cape Town Noir's running on. Here comes Billy, but here comes Beach Beauty. She explodes into action the last 100, and Beach Beauty is home and hosed. Beach Beauty won it. Second place will go to, close, maybe Rio Carnival, Cape Town Noir, and here comes Billy. Win number 16 for the gutsy mare, Beach Beauty.
Well, let's go from win number 16 to win number 17, and that's the way she does it. It's just absolutely incredible.
Just brilliant.
She's a 6-year-old mare.
She's not a big dynasty. She's just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You get these racehorses that can take people's breath away. This is it. She was the darling of the people, and everyone loved her.
What I loved yesterday as well was the music, Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys.
Fantastic. All beautifully put together.
Send a shiver. Just
very deserving. But her next one was the Garden Province. Let's have a look at that.
Back in second is Razzle Dazzle Rose. Near the rail, Beach Beauty. She's only a length and a half off them. Amizuka's got 2 lengths to find on Beach Beauty. Then Arcetri Ping. Behind that one is Dancing Dynasty, Love Vivian, Goldie Coast, and Lana Falcon. About to be homeward bound in the Johnson Workwear Garden Province Stakes. And it's Louvre the leader. Razzle Dazzle Rose second. Beach Beauty just wait. Hammy Hooker's about a length off her. Then Arcetri Pink, and then Dancing Dynasty. Louvre the leader, and Beach Beauty. Here she comes. Hammy Hooker coming around to put in a claim. And it's Beach Beauty. Hammy Hooker now throws out the challenge. But Beach Beauty by a length. Hammy Hooker's on the outside. Beach Beauty continues to roll. Hammy Hooker's making a race of it. But Beach Beauty, she just keeps on finding more. And Beach Beauty won it. Hammy Hooker second, Arcetri Pink, maybe yes, and Lana Falcon.
Well, that will be etched in our memories forever. Sean Cormack pulled a stick through to the left, gave her one smack. She pulled away, and he just kept her going. But they pulled away from the rest.
The runner-up is a top filly,
yeah.
Amizuka. She had shown in her 2 previous starts, and Beach Beauty beat her cozily. Beach Beauty is and will always be a superstar.
Well, she's off to the paddocks. I think she's going to Drockenstein.
Yeah, I think she's going to Drockenstein.
And, we wish them all the very best. It was fantastic having the Armitage family here yesterday. It was fantastic for the Shanks Syndicate. I think they're a great bunch of people.
Great bunch of people.
Dennis Fryer.
The ex-chairman, he was there. Yeah. Wonderful, John. And the whole gang is wonderful. They brought their kids every time it ran. This was a family horse. This was a very special horse, Beach Beauty. Well done to Dennis and Sean Cormack. Sean rode this horse like a star.
Yeah, I just, I loved her.
Yeah.
And we wish her very well in retirement and lots of beautiful babies. Let's go on and have a look at Plum of the Week.
Sun's got 4 or 5 lengths to make up. Schiffer continues to lead it. Mr. Whatever's on the inside, then Barricade. On the outside, Goldstorm in search of the sun, then Eddie Sweat. Down the inside, the West is wide. And Schiffer continues to go. Mr. Whatever tries to throw out the challenge, but Schiffer holds on from Mr. Whatever. And Schiffer's going on to score. Schiffer has won it. Mr. Whatever second. Third place, perhaps in search of the sun from Barricade.
Well, this had to be the bet of the Gold Cup day. If she went in those pens and raced, she couldn't lose. She was back on turf. She could have got 5-1 on Interbet, cozily, as much as you liked. Hell of a price about a filly like this.
Hell of a filly. She beat Via Africa. She's had niggly problems, but...
Problems? Have you seen her at the starting stalls?
No, I haven't followed her.
She's impossible at the starting stalls, and I must tell you, they've done a fantastic job there. The handlers, the starter, Dennis, and Stuart Ferry apparently does all the schooling with Sean Cormack, and they take their lives in her hands because she is big and strong. She's got to be 500 kilos, and she is strong. She has a blanket on her. She has a blindfold. she's got the lot, but she's going
fantastic for Lindy and her partners, and last run, so emotional time for them. Very good horse, James. Very, very good sprinter.
Yeah, beautiful sprinter, and it was fantastic to see Lindy on the rugby field. I mean, the racing field, while her husband was on the rugby field getting an absolute clap by those Crusade. Just a quick word on that.
A lot of mistakes, things happen, tough to go down there. You know, we've got the Curry Cup coming up. Jake White's a master. We'll be right. You know, some people are knocking his game and kicking the ball a lot, the Sharks, but they're a great side. They'll win the Curry Cup.
He'll come back.
You heard it first year. They'll win the Curry Cup.
They'll win the Super 15 next year. He'll come back with a game plan that will play the rest of them to sleep, because I can tell you...
Yeah, top man.
Top guy. And, okay, well, lovely to have Lindy and the team there. Let's move on and have a look at exactly what the big day was all about at Greyville yesterday.
Do you want to get the best odds on horse racing and sporting events? For every bet requested, we review all the bookmakers and select the one with the best odds. As a result, you always get the best odds. Interbet offers tote betting, fixed odd multiples, and betting with your mobile phone. To get started, all you need to do is register by filling in your personal information. Log into your account and start wagering.
Right, welcome to another edition of Current Affairs, and we saw all the racing yesterday on Elan Property Group's Gold Cup Day, and there were 4 Group 1s, I believe, and a Group 2 that were on the day, and started off with finding out who the leading 2-year-olds were, fillies and colts. And James, the first one we got to look at was the Tequini Stakes.
Yeah, Alboran C, all the rage, but maybe just had one too many.
Fought a bit too.
And she fought in the race, and it just looked like a real muddly type of a race. But you could take nothing away from the first and second fillies. I think the filly that ran second, Carry On Alice, has probably thrown a name in the hat as far as Equus Award winner is concerned for 2-year-olds. It's going to be that's going to be a tough call.
To me, it's straightforward. The winner's won it.
Yeah.
The winner's won it, fair and square.
Well,
she hasn't done anything wrong.
She hasn't done anything wrong, and she's
won the race.
3 in a row now, so she's obviously
she won the Group 1 when it counted. It could have gone the other way. If it had gone a short the other way, then there's no doubt Carry On Alice. But bear in mind, same jurisdictions won this race and beaten 2 or 3 Group 1 winners behind her.
No, 100%. I agree with you, and I believe that that's the way they look at it. But it's still the other filly won the 2 big features in Johannesburg.
It's very good, James. Before we show the race, very good for the owners. You know, everyone knows the Infant Scarfake runs in his colours. He's a major player in the industry. He's won a Group 2, the Gauteng Guineas, and now Duncan's given him a Group 1 winner. And he had all his partners. I know Larry and Elaine for Mark were over the moon. I've never seen them that excited. And the partners, a few, I don't know all their names.
Ralph Katzwinkel, you obviously know.
Oh, yes, of course, the doctor. It's about his 45th winner, Dr. Ralph Katzwinkel. Good to see a vet they get all the money, the vets. Good to see him putting a few rand back in. Putting a few rand back in. And there are 1 or 2 others, excuse me if I don't mention your names. But this is a very good filly. And to me, it's wonderful, wonderful for your big mates, Chris Gerber and Benny.
Benny van der Merwe.
Yeah, Chris Gerber and Benny van der Merwe. Fantastic, James.
That film star.
That film star. Great dancer, Benny van der Merwe. Yeah, I saw him dancing up at the sales. It looked like he had cerebral palsy. But
270,000 filly this was at the Sunco sale. She was sold by Bloodstock South Africa for 270, which is...
It's as good, mate. She's a beautiful, scopy filly. I don't think we've seen the best of her. Kevin Shea, the master in the finish, Kamala, they're both thrown everything at it. Again, there were Group 1 winners, as we said earlier, behind them. Let's go and have a look at this race. It's a cracking good race.
1,500 metres. Runners at attention, and away they go. Alboran C. She pinged the machine today, but looking to be restrained. A little bit eager early on as Alboran C. 2.5 off the tempo. Banbury now sets the fractions by a neck. Run for Everly's there in the blue silks. You can see they're all looking for position. Same jurisdiction. She gets into the box seat. Slid through into third. In behind runners you're going to find bilaterals a lot closer today. Alboran C. She's hard against the steel. Not settling at the stage, Alboran C. On the outside, Carry On Alice now gets a length closer. Pennington Sands, mid-division, Lemon Tea. There you can see Alboran C looking to be restrained behind Carry On Ellis. 7 grand to the inside, they're just inching along. Further back, Pine Princess. Middle Earth amongst the back rank, 10 lengths top to tail. Banbury has the run of the race, a length and a quarter. Run for Revelry, Carry On Ellis. Same jurisdiction, travels to the inside. Little black numbers between runners, then comes Bilateral. Alboran C now asked upon for effort, got 3 to make up. Further back, 7 grand. Top of the lane, Banbury, same jurisdiction, gets a beautiful splits up the inside, and Carry On Ellis down the centre of the course comes forward. Same jurisdiction, Carry On Ellis. Banbury's on the inside, Bilateral. Carry On Ellison, same jurisdiction, the last 100. Carry On Ellis has her head in front. Same jurisdiction's trying to warm up. Bilateral's on the outside. Carry On Ellis going to the line, same jurisdiction. Wow, not going to split them. Carry On Ellison, same jurisdiction. Very, very close as they hit that winning post.
Yeah, what a great race for Claverflay. Their 2 horses fighting it out, and well done, as I say, to all the connections. Spare a thought for the runner-up. As James said, it ran a great race, was deep, and it was only beaten a short head. And nice, I believe it was Dr. Warner's involved. They got a new man involved there with Chris Finney-Kirk and Claverflay. But all kudos have got to go to the winning horse, James. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Won the big sales race,
Yeah.
and won that readily. Came
Yes.
into Group 1 company now, and won extremely well as well. What interested me with the race was the first 3 turning for home ran first, second and third.
Yeah.
So the leader ran third, that was Banbury, and the other 2 were sitting second and
Good
third.
filly, Banbury.
Yeah, I think you might find that there are a couple of lurkers there. But anyway,
Bilateral, good run again for the lateral filly.
let's move on and have a look at this is where I come in, because you can't say much. You've done all the work, you put the horse together. I've seen the trials and tribulations of Harry's son, and what Laf's gone through to get this horse to a Group 1. You've got to say at the outset, it's like winning the FA Cup with a 3rd division side. That is what winning Group 1s are like for small stables. If you go and have a look at the KwaZulu-Natal ranks, the top 3, the big 3 win Group 1s or Group 2s or Group 3s. The rest of us battle. And for you to win a Group 1 and your second Group 1 in 2 years, I think it is a credit to you and your stable. And I want to say it because you know what people say, you all blow your own trumpet on this show. We don't. I think that you deserve it, and well done to you.
Thank you very much, James. Thank you very, very. A lot of people are going to be thanked for winning this race, and it's a very, very tough race to win. Any Group 1, and I'd said all along he's the best 2-year-old I've been associated with, and it's all mapped out, James. I mean, you know, funnily enough, when James Bester found this horse, he called Phil Georgian over and said, I found you an athlete by a new stallion. This is an athlete, and he's got a South African pedigree, interest in South Africa in the battle line. And James took us to and Phil said, I want this horse. And as you know, we battled to put it together. Phil banged on doors. I went to you for help. It was just putting this horse together. And luckily, we managed to put him together and race him ourselves.
And why is he called Harry's son?
Well,
there's a story to that
too. Phil, one of the people Phil got was a friend of his called Martha Bulrow. Martha Bulrow likes to come and look at her horse, and she kept calling this horse Harry. Was unnamed. Harry, I'm coming to see Harry. I'm coming to see Harry. And the stallion's Harry Addison. So we said, let's go for it. And then to close the deal, Phil brought in Roy Moodley.
Yeah.
And Roy said, yeah, no problem, I'll come and you put it together. And Roy Moodley runs in his colours.
Yeah.
So everyone thought it was Roy's first Group 1. It's not. Roy Moodley won a Group 1 with Roaring 40s.
Is that so?
Yeah, he won with Cyril Nada many years ago. So Roy's over the moon. It's wonderful for him as well. And Doug Staines, the new owner, James Hoskins, the new owner, Meisen, the new owners. I'm very, very proud of all these guys, you know, because it's a really good story coming together.
Well, on top of that, just to go through the trials and tribulations, he pulls his shoes off. And I was watching Teletrack yesterday. You were in a state.
You know, I said to Julie, I was working with Julie, I said, Julie, Pierre's got off. And I asked Raymond Spielberg to put the camera back on my horse, you know. And the groom was trotting it. And you never know, but I said, I'll tell you, it's that shoe. And people wonder why, every time he runs, is the farrier not doing his job? But this horse forges. You don't walk around and
forges means that the back foot touches the front foot.
Correct.
For those of you that don't know.
Yes.
So he obviously just clips the
James,
heel of the
just,
shoe.
you know, when he gallops, he just lifts that foot slightly, and so that's when it can get a grip on it.
Yeah.
Now we've shot him differently. The farrier, I've got a top farrier, so it was never a farrier's problem. He's worked on him full time. After every gallop, the farrier comes and checks him. Before I went down to start, we checked him. We know it can happen, and he's just bomb-proof. So we're lucky.
Well, he looks like a beautiful horse. He behaved absolutely like a champion, and he's been very unlucky in his last 2 starts. So let's go and see his last 2 starts, both Group 1s, and very unlucky in both of them. Let's go and see Striker Stratum ride a really good race on this horse.
Gates crash back and they're on their journey. Keeping an eye on Africa Burn, he's over towards the inside and he's about 2 lengths off them in the early stages. Wasn't slow out the machine today. First one to respond, Rock Me Vaz on the outside, but Fire Horse in the yellow and purple silks is right there. Captain Clipper's well placed, Light the Lights deeper out on the turf, and Joel. Then comes Imperial Gold between them, Africa Burn. Over to the inside, Big Sheepskin Noseband, red and black silks. In behind these runners we find Amazing Strike. They fall 5 lengths off the tempo. Further back in the running you're going to find Illuminati. Harry Sun to the inside, 6-7 lengths off the gallop. ML Jetty second to last with about 9 lengths to track down as they sort themselves out into racing order, and Jayed's amongst the back rank. In front, Fire Horse by a neck. Rock Me Vaz right there. Over to the inside, Captain Clipper. Angel looks to get a bit closer. Light the Lights just in front of him. Africa Burn gets the shake up towards the inside running rail. Let's see if he'll be a carbon copy of his last run when he slices up the inside. Fire Horse with 400 metres left to go. Angel makes his presence felt to the outside. Africa Burn. Harry Sun looks to run on. ML Jet needs a gap. He's going to come through 3 lengths to make up. Light the Lights. Angel to the outside. Harry Sun's running on strongly towards the inside. Harry Sun and Light the Lights. Angel hard up on the outside. Angel has his head in front. Harry Sun's coming home hard. Jayed's absolutely flying. Maybe Harry Sun in a thriller. Harry Sun looking to do enough as they went over the post there. Runners were diving left, right and centre. Angel...
Well, there we are, Pierre Stratum at his brilliant best, and it's one of those horses who ran right on top of us and nearly won as a maiden. Imagine what that's going to be next time. ML Jet, fantastic run from off them. I'll tell you what, the first 4 big, even the 5th horse ran a great race, James.
I think it was one of the best champion juveniles that I've seen. You know, I think you can follow all 5 of those horses. Yeah. Your horse has just stepped up to the plate and done what he needs to do to be the Oxford champion. As you say, there should be no doubt about it. Let's go and have a look at the Elan Gold Cup. Elan Property Group have come into racing with a bang, and they're very involved with Gold Circle. It's going to be fantastic to have them on board. Let's go and have a look at the Gold Cup.
All set and away they go. Paddy O'Reilly was a little bit sluggish off the go. Early respond to the inside, wave and flag, Gothic's right there, Ash Cloud, and as expected, Canterbury Tail. He's going to ping the machine and he quickly gets over to lead, and Canterbury Tail, Waishong mooing for Mike de Kock, spearheads the attack. Ash Cloud second at the judge. Jeppy's Reef, Wild One makes an early move. Magic Smoke taken up for a stride or 2 as they go on to the poly. Then comes Wave and Flag, Gothic Sarissa. Alexander's 3/4 of the way back. Run for it, Master Sabina, next line. Paddy O'Reilly, Hot Ticket amongst the back rank there, and Hot Ticket must be about 12-13 lengths off the leaders. Gold Onyx has been held up for his dash. Canterbury Tail second, Wild One, the white blinkers, waits in third. Alexander given every possible chance, he's next call. Ash Cloud, Crown of Gold, Gothic. Jeppy's Reef and Magic Smoke the next line. Wave and Flag's about to start up his engine. Gold Onyx makes a move around them, Run for it, Master Sabina, Hot Ticket, and at the back, Paddy O'Reilly. Homeward bound, 500 to go in the Eden Property Group Gold Cup. Many challengers making their way around. Sarissa, Canterbury Tail, Wild One towards the inside. Ash Cloud tries to come forward. Gothic's running on, Magic Smoke between them. Wave and Flag, Wild One hits the front. Ash Cloud's on the outside. Wave and Flag, Gold Onyx exploding through on the outside. Wave and Flag and Gold Onyx. Wave and Flag coming to torpedo them. Wave and Flag won it. Gold Onyx, Wild One and Photo second and third, but Wave and Flag has come roaring through. Brett Crawford, Glenn Hatt, what a season.
Well, the start of a great day for Brett Crawford, and wonderful speaking to Grant Knowles, one of the part owners. He'd put all the boys in and said, come on, let's take a chance with this horse. And with Silvanos, you're not taking a chance. A great stallion.
Well, John Slade bred it, and it's wonderful for them. The Slades breed a grade 1 winner. He's been a stud manager for the best farms in South Africa and New Zealand. He
knows his stuff.
Great horseman. 200,000 was the reserve price. Apparently, he never got his reserve, and these guys put the horse together.
Fantastic. Great run by Waving Flag. He's got a lot to come in. Wild One, a very good stayer, ran a great race. Pierce Stratham at his brilliant best, nursing Gold Onyx. And I thought Hot Ticket, quite a bit to do, but might have nursed it with a big weight.
I thought he was terribly, terribly unlucky. When you look at them turning for home, Hot Ticket is stone bone last. The horse that ran third, Gold Onyx, is about 5 in front of him, and they went through the 600 together.
Yeah.
But Stratham was awake to get out there, and just too much to do with 60 kilos on his back for the favourite. I think that he was honoured in this defeat. But the winner, let's just touch on him for a moment. He's out of a mare called Garland.
Okay.
Now, if I remember correctly, the Armitages bred Garland. It's out of a Capture Him mare, okay? And I think Ernie Anderson trained it. I think it won one of those Jacarandas or Sycamore sprints in Johannesburg.
Okay.
I had a mare called Fabulous Act at the same time that used to race against Garland. And I remember Garland. She is a very good little filly by Capture Him.
Yeah.
And so they were on, the Armitages were on track for Beach Beauty's send-off, which was the next race. And
this is great, James. It's, the colours it runs in Simon Burgess. Simon Burgess is an Australian man who's very, very pro-South African racing.
He's written some great articles.
He's a very, very good presenter and a very, very good organiser of TV shows. A top man, Simon. So well done to him as well. He's joined in with Knowles.
Adrian Todd, I see he's got a...
Yeah, Toddy's got a share. I met a guy called Ian, and of course... Mrs. Crawford.
The two Ians, yeah.
Yeah, the two.
Mrs. Crawford.
Yeah. They were all there. Fantastic for them. A Gold Cup is a hell of a race to win. It's a wonderful achievement. And Brett Crawford, he's really had a good season. Well done to him. He's having a good few years and he deserves it. And Glenn Hatt, they've teamed up.
I wonder what Knowles, his boss, thinks about him buying horses from other people. They've got so many horses themselves,
Yeah.
I
think he's one up on his boss on the Gold Cup. Well done to Knowles. A big day for presenters. Let's move on. We had another magic race coming up, the Champions Cup 2014. And James, the scratch in the Cape Town Noir obviously took a little bit of gloss off the race, but I thought it was still a tough race to win.
Yeah, you know my sentiments on Futura from the beginning. I seem to have won 100 somewhere, lazy 100 somewhere, from a couple of poor fish that had no idea that this horse was that good. But anyway, he ended up showing that he was that good, and it was a very, very good win. And what I liked about him was that he's always been under pressure in his races, always looked like he's never really going well. Watch the maturity come forward now and how well he's actually going.
He could be one of the, just about the best horse in the country.
I would think so, yeah.
Beach Beauty's gone. All right, let's have a look at the race.
Beach Beauty Champions Cup, Grade 1, 1800 metres. Starter hit the lever, runners dispatched from the 1800 metre marker, Kalua Castle and Punta Arenas the last two. Blazer Fire, one of the first to go. One Cool Dude is right there shortly after the start. Futura's near the rail, and Futura's only about a length and a quarter off them. They're followed by No Worries, who's going off to set the fractions. Bezanova's going around them. Wiley Hall is caught wide out. They're followed by Tribal Dance, and then comes the grey King of Pain. They're followed by Talina at this stage, about 7-8 lengths off the leader. Then ready to go right now. Further back is White Line Fever as they start to stretch out. About 8-9 lengths off the leader, and Pomodoro is also getting up there close. And they're followed further back in the field by Astra News, Punta Arenas, and at the back of the field, Kalua Castle. No Worries now sets the fractions, and No Worries leads at a length and a quarter. Bears and Over races second, and Pomodoro's back third. Blaze of Fire's in fourth, then Futura and Wiley Hall. One Cool Dude's got about 6 or 7 lengths to make up. King of Pain on the outside, then ready to go right now. They're followed by Talina and Tribal Dance, Punta Arenas, White Line Fever, Astra News and Kalua Castle. Homeward bound in the Beach Beauty Champions Cup, and it's No Worries the leader. Bears and Over the first one to challenge. Futura down the inside, ready to go right now. Pomodoro and Blaze of Fire, and the leader No Worries. Now Futura starts to warm up, and Futura's coming home stoutly now, and it's Futura from No Worries. Bears and Over, King of Pain, but Futura goes, and Futura will win the Beach Beauty Champions Cup from King of Pain, No Worries, and ready to go right now.
Well, a wonderful day for Team Crawford, another one for Glenn Hatt, and this, as James says, probably the best horse in the country at the moment. He really won very easily. King of Pain was urged into the race, chased along, ran a good race, No Worries, showed his last run was a good run, but only one Futura.
Interesting, another horse bred by a manager, Guy Murdoch.
That's right. Yeah.
The two big group ones for older horses, the Gold Cup, Guy Murdoch and John Slade, and shows you how good the managers we have in this country. But
Absolutely.
Fantastic
Absolutely.
for Freeman and the team.
Yeah.
Well done to you, John.
Yeah, well done to owners. Yeah, nice to see the owners.
Longmore and Jack. Yeah.
And John and all of you. Well done, 3 major players in the industry, especially John Freeman, who's a bloodstock agent who runs all the stallions. Well done to him and his team. This is a very, very good horse. But James, there was a Group 2 on the race, on the day as well.
Let's go and pick him up at the 1,000.
Royal Denise, Supreme Sunset just in front of that, and Dancing Dynasty's the trailer. Touch the Sky now, they've committed. They've gone on by about a length and a half. Jetta Glow's back second. Razzle Dazzle Rose is in the third position. Fourth place is Jet Bell with the blue blinkers. On the outside of that, Shingweti. Then comes Love Vivian, Supreme Sunset. Further back in the field, Enchanted Silk, Dancing Dynasty, Royal Denise. Top of the lane, Touch the Sky, the leader. Razzle Dazzle Rose, Jetta Glow tries to get into it. Jet Bell is on the inside. Touch the Sky's under pressure though. And Jetta Glow down the inside, Jet Bell. Shingweji's running on the outside with Supreme Sunset. But it's Jetta Glow on the inside and Jet Bell. Jetta Glow and Jet Bell on the outside, Shingweji. But Jet Bell's in front, and Jet Bell has won it from Jetta Glow. Third will go to Shingweji.
Well, Jet Bell, she'd run in the Vodacom Durban July. She came back down to this Group 2, took on the girls, wins a very good race for Glenn Kotz and Stu Randolph.
They master move, put on the blinkers. I think the slow pace will have suited her very well. They did everything right, and great to see Drachenstein have a winner on the day with Colin Bird. Gaynor Rupert, apparently they're both away. And it was a super day. I know you don't do impressions, but apparently you've bumped into a few mates.
Oh, you know what was funny, James? I was speaking to a good friend of mine I see every year called James Scott. He's down here, and he said to me, Laff, I'm sitting at a table with 2 guys, 37 Gold Cups in a row. Now that is sure. Dave, Rennie, and Koos Lola. Now when I met these 2 guys, they never missed 30. That's a long time, James. 37 Gold Cups in a row for those 2 men.
That's fantastic. I hope Gold Circle's doing something to look after them for the 38th, 39th,
I agree.
40th time.
Something should be done. They should be given a nice table or something. Well done to Dave Rennie and Koos Lola. Nothing else?
Just to finish off, Tagruda won the King George Queen Elizabeth, the Cedar Stars filly of John Gosden's, 3-year-old, and patently the best 3-year-old filly in Europe. The others won the Irish Oaks and whatever, but this filly, I think, is the best. She took on older horses and beat them.
Just before we wrap, I'm going to put a question to you. You're going down as one of the favourites for the golf tournament down at the Wild Coast. I want to ask you before we get there, I'm going to ask you next week, any excuses? Are you ready?
Weight is a problem. If you watched the best stayer in South Africa had to be Hot Ticket. I'm the best golfer at the tournament. I got a lot of problems, aches and pains. To go to the golf tournament like this is not going to be very easy. So but I'm going to go and give it my best.
Do you think you'll win?
Of course I think I'll win. What do you think? Why do you think I'm here? I'll beat Grant Knowles. I'll beat Mike de Kock. I'll beat Larry Southwood. I'll beat
Walter.
Walter, I'll definitely beat. Walter's lost his swing. I got a message.
Hawkins, what about Hawkins?
Hawkins is a dark horse. That guy, he practices. He lives here now, Royal Durban. He practices in the afternoon. I've seen him sneaking off there.
So he's ready.
And Mike de Kock's son, he's easy. I can't wait to get his cash. And Matthew. Shezzy.
What about the Greek hang glider? He's a fair player, lucky.
No, he's got him and Neil Andrews, they got those fictitious handicaps. They learned from Terry Payne. They went to the Terry Payne School of Handicaps. So good luck to all of you guys, and we're going to have a few days off. And as you know now, we've done the show a little early so we can get out there and enjoy ourselves. Enjoy the Vodacom Durban July feature put together by our man Raymond Spielberg. It is a fantastic show just on what happened at the Vodacom Durban July this year. From Laf and me, have a great week's racing.